So we're back into the sway bars today. Kind of trying to get this thing buttoned up so we can get it rolling on the ground, get these jobs knocked off. This is what we've come up with. These are our plates that you seen when we were doing the sway bar. This is our mount and our spacers that we've come up with. This is going to go something like that. And then the sway bar, something like that. So it's my hand's kind of in the way, but once we get it bolted in, so I'm going to pull this apart and weld that base up now. Just got that tacked in so I could check it. But yeah, that's what we're coming up with. That's what we're going to do. So we'll get this welded up, get that bolted in, then maybe we can drill some holes in the sway bar, get that mounted, and then basically we can call that a job done. So I'll get these made now, and hopefully it's something that we can replicate in the future so we can make multiples. So, but for now we'll get these two done and get it bolted in and test it. So we've been punching out some work on the rear end. I think I'm actually kind of getting sick, but whatever. We got some good progress happening here. We built the whole subframe there on the ground. So we built everything on the ground, then lifted it up with the jack into the back of the car, which is usually what I find the easiest way, rather than trying to hold all this stuff. It's kind of easier to deal with on the ground. So we built everything on the ground, got the diff in on the ground. We did the drive shafts up in the air here. I've actually upgraded some of these brake lines and redone them from how they were before. These were actually in aluminum, so it's all aluminum here, but this was actually aluminum here. And over here, at some stage, I'd obviously damaged or caught a tire or done something stupid, and I bent the aluminum pretty bad. It was kind of bent into like here. So we actually, I decided we'd go stainless on these. So I cut both ends off, did a stainless crimp on this. And one of the other lines actually was damaged as well. Honestly, so this one here. And I don't have any blue crimps left, so unfortunately I got a black one on here, which I actually like the black better. I would like to do the whole car, but I'm not gonna get that carried away. So it's got a single on there, but we redid that. So that's all fresh. That must have got damaged when we were stripping the car down, I think. So they're all back in, all tightened up. So that's all done. We got our fuel lines here. Got to come up with that's our next little job. Let's work out what we're gonna do with the fuel lines for our new fuel pump system. But all in all, that's in. We do have another kind of thing we got to sort out, is this sway bar. We were gonna mount the coilovers, but the way the original coilovers were, they were mounted to like a support that goes here. I can show you I'll show you after this, but it was a support that goes here. Now we've relocated it by about 45 millimeters. So the ride height is like almost, would look cool, but it's definitely not gonna work for us. So got to do a little bit of work with those coilovers and get that sussed. So we're gonna get that set modified so we can make it work for our ride height. So they're off at the moment, getting done. And I kind of want to leave it until I get the coilovers in to get this sway bar mounted, but I think the sway bar is going to end up coming off here somewhere, just so it doesn't interfere with anything, but not 100% sure yet on that. I really do want those coilovers to get that done, so we're probably going to call that rear end done for this weekend. I did get the tail shaft in. That's all in, tightened up. It's our new front mount on here. The gold and the purple look pretty sweet. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can kind of see. I'm trying to change this focus a bit just to be not so shitty for you guys, hopefully. But yeah, we got that in. Got the drive shaft loop in. So made some good progress. We got that fuel tank bolt. So we got the front sway bars all buttoned up and in their spot. We're pretty happy with how everything turned out. Got plenty of clearance for the locker on, so it's pretty sweet. That one's all done. We are going to be offering this as a kit after I've tested it for this season, make sure it actually works good and no weird failures, and we'll be offering that as a kit. Then this is what we're working on for the rear. So since we went for the hollow bar, we can afford for it to be not as stiff as what we don't want it super stiff, the rear bar. So we're going for a hollow. We can, if we want it softer, we can go for a solid bar and machine it down. But for now, we're going to test this. I've bent this in so we got clearance from everywhere, and then I'm going to make a, since I don't run like a spring and bucket kind of thing, I run a true coilover. We've got silvers in. For this particular setup, we're going to make a mount down in this spring perch down here, and then we're going to have our double shear, some sort of contraption I got to build for this, and then a short little link, so then we can have travel. We can have droop travel from here, which is probably not going to go down too much, to be honest, because we're pretty much at full length on that shock, and then we'll have up travel all the way till this. This is going to be our limiting factor. So we'll set that up, see how we go. So time to start coming up with some sort of design to make this work, and we'll get into it. Yeah. We've been going pretty good. Thought we'd give you an update of where we're at with this thing. We came up with our idea that we were talking about. Check it out, it's in there. You can see the screen. Yeah, it's not bad. So, got our 2 bolts through here. Got our nuts in there that we use the magnet to install. And pretty much ready for our sway bar. We've got our sway bar done. So we got that cut and bent to where we want. This is in here. I thought I'd just stop here so you can see what we're doing. I got this all marked out. We got the other side built and marked out. Then we got our pieces to weld together for the base. So come along pretty good. I'll get this drilled out, and then we'll get that side installed, and I'll show you what it looks like installed. Then we'll have all the pieces for the other side, and we can crack on with the other side, and maybe today we'll have all the sway bars installed and functional on the car, so it'll be a good one. So let's get it. Had some good success with this sway bar. She's in. It's our final, it's final for now. Always potential to be revised, but we kind of got it sitting at the right height it's going to be. We got our travel here, so it's pretty much ready to, once we get our fresh set of coilovers and drop it on the ground and do some bouncing and kind of see if anything's going to hit. This is going to be pretty close to this chassis up here as it moves, but only time will tell with that. The way we've got this angle here, it's going to push up on that angle, so it should push it away, but who knows really. We'll see what it actually does. So that's that side 100% done. I'm going to get that other side whipped up. I'll show you that one done. And I think we can call the sway bars finished. Alright, E-92 sway bars. Done. This all came up pretty sweet, man. So we got it on this position at the moment. We got our other holes for adjustment. I may potentially have to shorten these rods up once I start testing, just for how much clearance we have here, but honestly won't know till we get the final coilovers here and set all that up. But that's with the wheel on, everything in, so yeah, pretty stoked on that. Everything's working, everything's fitting, so we can call that job done. So finally the sway bars are finished on the E-92. I have all the part numbers. I'm gonna get some of these bits made so we can offer it as a kit. So it should be pretty cool if anyone's doing sway bars. Hit us up if you got any questions, hit us up, and be pretty keen. Hopefully get this thing running in the next month or so, and we can get testing with these, see what we like, and we've got some other bars there that we can change. So yeah, sway bars for the E-92. Thanks for watching, guys.